So guys, this is part 3 of our 34-week growth and echocardiogram scan day. So in part 1 and part 2, we were talking about our growth scan and our echocardiogram scan and our meeting with the cardiologist. So in part 3, we're going to be talking about our meeting with the doctors at MFM and going over some of the results from our growth scan this morning. So after meeting with our cardiologist, we headed over to MFM. Now, bear in mind, after we had that meeting, it's about like 10 to 5 now. So at the start of everything, we had our growth scan at 10:30. Waited around, did that, went home, came back at 2:30, had the cardiac scan, stopped and then restarted it and then had the chat, and now it's 10 to 5.
Yeah.
And their normal working hours finishes around 4:30. So by the time we went to MFM, there was one midwife and one doctor still hanging around, and it was too late for Ellen to get the anti-D injection, so she was supposed to have that today. And so they booked that in for Ellen to go back tomorrow in normal working hours to have that anti-D. And so from there we met up with the doctor from MFM to talk about the results of our growth scan. So she was really happy with the weight result, and we expressed those concerns that we had earlier that twin B had almost like half the growth that twin A had. And when she went over the numbers, they were a little bit different than what the sonographer told us. So the sonographer said that twin A was 2.4 kilos. The numbers that she had was 2.380, and twin B was 2.270. But then she said that's within the margin of error.
They allow a 20% discordance, and it's at 6%, so it's really not that bad. But also we thought twin B had only gained 270 grams, but he was 1.96.
Well, she was saying 1.9.
Yeah, she was saying 1.9.
But we were told 1.96.
Yeah.
And so she's saying that he had a much bigger weight gain than what we thought. And so something else to note here that someone on one of Ellen's twin groups was saying that, we actually could have had an over-exaggerated read the scan before. So what we thought was a 500 gram jump could have just been a little bit less, and they were just maybe rounding the numbers up.
Yeah.
But we really don't know. The initial feel is that both the babies are doing very well. The weights are very good.
Growing on a good upward average. They're not high and they're not low.
Yeah.
I said about how I know that compared to other twins they're doing quite well.
Yeah.
And she said they're doing excellent. And that's what I get from my group, is that our boys are quite big compared to what you would expect with twins.
Yeah, well, MCDA twins.
Yeah, with MCDA twins. So
she also said that they got the same amount of fluid in their amniotic sacs, which is also a very good sign, because obviously if one had a lot more fluid, that would mean that that twin is getting a lot more obviously fluid, and then would be a chance for the TTTS, twin-to-twin transfusion syndrome.
At this point, we're not back. We don't have to see anyone until we go in to get induced, except for the injection tomorrow.
So basically that was our last scan, and in the scheme of things, me and Ellen quickly counted them up. we've had 16 scans. So when you look at, you know, the first couple and then all the growth scans and then all the echocardiogram scans, we've had 16 scans all up. And now that we've just had our last one, and especially with Ellen, you know, feeling so big and uncomfortable, and, you know, like in the last couple, they've been really prodding and probing with the ultrasound wand. Like it's a massive relief for you that you don't have to go through another scan.
Yeah, definitely. Also, it's harder to just lay on my back. So, and like today, especially when they're doing the echo, because I know they were having such a hard time, I was laying on my back and I'm like getting hot and sweaty and I'm feeling so sick and I'm like, all right, I've got to turn over.
Yeah.
And they're actually really good about it, but I just don't want to. I know they're having a hard enough time without me being uncomfortable being a factor.
Yeah. I mean, like in some of those early scans, some of them went for like a couple hours. And now they're like, that one went for about 40 minutes and you know, you're struggling to get through it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But we just checked with the doctor as well. I guess if I were to go into natural labour, you know, when you're pregnant, you're told...
with a singleton.
With a singleton, you're told, you know...
wait till you have 5 and 1.
Yeah.
And so every 5 minutes for a whole minute.
Yeah.
And Ellen asked, is that still the case with our situation? And she said, no, especially with Twin B's heart condition, let us know straight away. And because they'll need to let, you know, the cardiac team know, the multiple the peds, MFN, everyone know that, you know, we're coming in for labour. Yeah,
she said that with the twins and and Twin B's heart condition, they want us in straight away. So that's good to know. I guess hopefully I go into natural labour. It's not looking good at this point.
Our first diagnosis that you'll go full 36 weeks is looking like that's going to happen.
Yeah, I think from next week I'm going to start trying to do things that I did with Emily, and if, you know what, they might not work, but it's
a bit psychological as well.
Yeah, it's also just, you know, I'm doing what I can. If it doesn't happen, nothing crazy, like, you know, no cast oil, but just, you know, clary sage oil baths and sex. All these horrible things.
All right, the updates. You're supposed to say it.
Oh, sorry, the updates.
So first of all, we'll look at Ellen's baby bump at 34 weeks. So now we'll have a look at what Ellen's apps are saying. Now from here is the first time in a long time that we've had some ultrasound scans, so we'll have a look at those ultrasound scans. Now from here we'll have a look at a little Emily update. Now something that I just wanted to throw in here is, you know, obviously these two scans were heavily focused about the twins, but something adorable that Emily's been doing for a little bit and a while now is like she's been copying us with a lot of stuff. And one good example we had was I was just repositioning the heights of the cots, and I had the Allen key and I was moving them and I was adjusting them, and somehow Emily found one of the Allen keys. And she was going up to the corner of the cot and she was just trying to...
She was actually putting it in the right
spot.
spot.
Yeah. And, you know, for me, I'm thinking like, you know, she understands what the Allen key is and what I'm using it for and where to put it. Like she's taking note and taking all that in and learning what we're doing with it. And that was just something really great to see that, you know, she's absorbing all of that. she's just doing more and more of that sort of stuff every day.
She's talking so much, and she understands.
Understanding, yeah.
But unfortunately, her talking has taken on her saying shit.
Yeah, so she's taking on some of our...
If I drop something, I go, oh shit, and then I drop something, and then she said it.
Certainly not something we wanted to be taken to childcare.
No, not at all. But she says sorry as well, which is really cute. I was holding her the other day, and I bumped into the wall, like with my arm hit the wall, and she goes sorry and started rubbing my arm.
No, we were out for lunch the other day, and Emily was running amok, as she does, and somebody was coming in through the door, and the lady was like, oh, sorry, and then Emily looked at her, knew that she was in her way, and she goes, sorry. So, yeah, like she understands what it means and what she's doing.
Emily, and...
Come on.
Down.
No. No.
Get down.
No. That little chair of hers, she carries it around everywhere.
Right, come on, we're getting dinner.
Everywhere. Just using that to just jump up on everything and to climb up and touch everything, and like it's so freaking amazing. You pretty much hear that noise all the time. Alright guys, so we're calling it there? We're calling it there. If you're pregnant with twins, have twins, if you're pregnant with a heart kid, or you're just interested to see what we have going on, look out for the upcoming videos. Better yet, subscribe, and don't worry about Emily flicking all the light switches, because that's just freaking annoying. If you guys want to donate to Heart Kids, we'll have the link in the description below. Check that out. These guys do some amazing stuff for Heart Kids and the family of Heart Kids all across Australia. And thanks for watching our video, and we'll see you in the next one. What are you doing, Emily? So you know you're not supposed to be doing that?
No.